What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys. I'm sorry if I sound like this. It's early. It's about little after 5 here. Big shout out to Machiavelli on Twitter. He sent me this, and of course we know who put it out, DBS Hype. But I do want to thank Machiavelli, and other people tagged me in it as well. But that was the first one that I saw. This is from the weekly Shonen Jump, guys, and I'll tell you up front that it doesn't have a release date. The one that people are talking about that's going to talk about the release date, I think it's more of a release scan than a release date, but that'll be in the V-Jump later next month. Now, there is some interesting information in this scan that we will talk about, and there's some more stuff kind of here hidden in plain sight, if you will, that just lets us know where we're at as far as the release window, if you will. But guys, I do want to ask that if you're new to the channel, to subscribe to the channel, turn on notification bell so you get every update that I post here in the communities tab and also on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, guys. I'm super active there, and even with my busy schedule, I do try to reply to everybody as soon and as much as I can. The like goal for today's video is 1,000, guys. So if you watch the videos, just leave a like, man. That helps this video get shown to more people, so I much appreciate that. Now, to the nitty gritty, we got a couple of new scans here, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. I know this one here with Goku, I believe, is a new scan. I can't make out the enemy level here that he's fighting, but one thing that's interesting that wasn't on the other V-Jump scans is well, it was on the other V-Jump scans, but it was showing it on Vegeta's scans. And that is this. This is that damage boost. And it's obviously a combo is a 6, so we know that this is a plus 0.06. And I believe that this scan is now showing us, this entire V-Jump scan, what I'm going to cover next, is showing us more information on what this damage boost entails. Possibly, guys. Possibly, okay? But one thing that it says here, this is just basically saying the same thing that we saw in the last V-Jump scan, telling us that you're basically able to attack multiple enemies almost at one time. And this appears, I don't think that this is a actual combo. It could be a combo. I don't know if this is a combo or an actual skill. I'm thinking this is an actual skill because we have the ultimate Gallic gun and we have the maximum Kamehameha, but this is the ultimate vanish move and the super speed god fist, or whatever you want to call it, that is Goku's move for Goku and Vegeta. Both of them look the same and do the same thing. They just have different names. And I believe that this is what this is, a actual skill. I think this is a skill. Now, it could end up being one of those combo upgrades, but I don't think so. I think they'll end up giving us another level to those combos. I think this is a new physical attack. But what it does is you're able to attack multiple enemies simultaneously. And there we go again with the Frieza army, and they're still at 12 out of 50. Now, scrolling down to this scan here, if you look in the background, guys, you can pretty much tell that it's dark. Now, I do have a video coming where people have been kind of hinting at what the location may be. Guys, I am getting to that video, but this doesn't, I mean, it looks like it's just nighttime fighting. And I think the reason they went with that, guys, is to kind of show off some of the to kind of show off some of the Super Saiyan Blue stuff, okay? The aura and stuff like that. Now, the difference in these two scans here is you have Goku with the aura here. Now, on this one, you don't. Now, what's interesting here is that this scan and this one here talks about a new move, and it uses the term heat up. Now, the English translation, guys, I'm going to tell you, the English translation may use a very different phrase, and what I'm going to do is basically paraphrase what it's saying, kind of sum it up what I think it would translate to. And well, it translates to English. It basically says you'll learn a new move, or learn a new move. It says basically once you learn it, then basically you can heat it up or use heat it up. And what it comes off to sound like is that this new move, Of course, we know in the skill tree, you're able to level up these attacks. Like our basic attacks, the attacks that are in the game, you're able to level them up. But the way that the way that this scan is saying, it's sort of saying like, once we learn the move, we'll be able to level it up to extend our combos, if that makes sense. So think any other move. Okay, let's take Goku's Kamehameha. Guys, you know that you can have the Kamehameha and you can level it up all the way to like the Limit Breaker Kamehameha. It's the same move, you just level it up. This, from the way that the scans are talking, works the same way. When it starts out, you're only able to do so many hits. Okay, but once you level it up, then you're able to do more, you're able to damage more enemies. And that sounds right. Like when you line it up with the moves that are in the game that you can level up, the moves that we have, we can level them up and we get stronger. We're able to do more. We're able to do more damage, you know, like the consecutive key blast. You're able to fire more. You're able to fire faster. Those types of things, guys. Now, I don't know what that number will get up to. In this particular scan, the combo is a 6, and you get that plus 0.6%. So, I mean, you would have to do a 100-hit combo in order to get a plus 10%. You see what I'm saying? So it's not a very big, significant boost, but I think that toppled with the power of Super Saiyan Blue, which we will do a video over that as well, can end up making a difference. Like that's not there for no reason. That plus 0.6%, that's not there for no reason. I mean, it's gonna be needed. And apparently this is gonna play a major role. Now, you may be saying, why aren't they showing Golden Frieza yet? Because that's gonna be left up to the V-Jump to do, guys. Okay, but apparently this new move, there's another way that it could potentially work out, guys. It could potentially work out to where the more you connect with it, the stronger it gets. And that would line up with the damage boost right here. That could be what they mean by heat up. You see what I'm saying? That the more you connect, the higher the more damage you're gonna do. But the reason I don't think that's what it is because the scan says to the effect that the more you do it, the longer it lasts, in a sense, if that makes sense. So like I said, I don't believe that, or rather my speculation is that it's just one of those moves that you're able to power up, and the more that you power it up, the effects of that combo will be that. So it says if you learn heat it up, you can extend the heat up time. Something to that effect. I mean, you see what I'm saying? It's really vague with that translation. That's why I can't wait till the English translations come. Once you learn it, you can extend the heat up time. See what I'm saying? So it sounds like it's one of those moves where once you learn it, you can upgrade it. And when you upgrade it, it extends the time that this happens. Thus, it still goes along with what I just said. And the longer it lasts, the more combos, hits you're able to do, and the more damage buff that you get from that. So that is that. Now over here, one thing here, I'm gonna start at the top and work my way down. The Gallic Gun here, the thing about this scan is that we finally have an enemy in this scan, and we finally have a combo number in this scan. Okay, in the V-Jump, we didn't have this, guys. See, so now they're starting to add these things into these scans, and that's telling us that we're getting closer. You see what I'm saying? I can't make out what his level is, but whatever. In the V-Jump scan, go back and look at it. We didn't have this particular scan. I'll even go and see. Let's go to DBS Hype's channel, because I know it's on there. That V-Jump scan. And I'll actually, yeah, I'll show you, because I probably got a lot of stuff on my, thank you for that, Machiavelli. I probably got a lot of stuff on my, whatchamacallit, on my, this thing scrolls really slow. Jeez Louise. Right here. This is the scan here. See, this is the same scan here. Actually, I'm sorry, y'all can't see that. See, this is the original scan that was in the V-Jump. Actually, this is the HD image that Bandai put out. And this is that same scan, but in the Shonen Jump. And this one, like I said, is from the V-Jump. And so it didn't have the enemy back there. It didn't have his character level up there, but this one does. And it's the exact same scan, guys. It's not different. It's the exact same scan. It's just this one is in HD, but it's funny they don't show the enemy up here like they do on this particular scan from the Shonen Jump. And I thought that was very interesting. And whenever they do stuff like that, it tells us that we're getting very, very close. Like, it's legit getting close to time for this DLC to drop. Now, I believe that Bandai, I don't think they'll release an HD image of this particular scan, seeing as that they already have one out. Now, the scan above this right here, it says power increases by accumulating power when 4 is activated. Like, it's some weird translations, but this is a move that, of course, we know, like the other moves, you'll be able to upgrade. But looking at the last V jump, the way that I translated it was that this his ultimate Gallic gun, you're able to charge it up. But looking at this scan, I don't think that's accurate because he has a full key bar. Okay, so this may be one of those moves where what it was saying was like the longer you hold it, the more energy it uses. So think Goku's God Kamehameha from Super Saiyan God, how you held it down and you could just continually fire it. If I'm not mistaken, I thought you could do the same thing with Vegeta's, but I know Goku's you could aim it. Vegeta's you couldn't. We'll have to see, guys, but there is going to be something special about this, the way that it works. These translations are throwing me off. I'm not even going to lie. Now, the last thing that's interesting here that this scan talks about, and it did talk about this in the last V-Jump. I didn't mention it because I was like, I'm not too sure about it. But these scans say the exact same thing. And it talks about Goku's maximum Kamehameha. And the interesting thing that it talks about with it here in the scan right here at the bottom is that Goku fires this Kamehameha, but there's like a trick. It says something about along the lines of when an enemy hits the trick, it creates an explosion. So I don't know what it is, guys. That's weird. And the thing that came to my mind was like whenever Goku set the traps for Jiren in the Tournament of Power. But I don't think it's like that. I think basically it's kind of just saying like he fires this Kamehameha, but once it connects with somebody, it creates a big explosion. That could be the simple English translation of it all. But that's the translation I'm getting right now. It's saying that when the enemy hits the trick, it triggers a huge explosion or a big explosion. You see what I'm saying? But we know, knowing how the Kamehameha works, that doesn't seem plausible that there would be like some kind of little thing there. It probably just means Goku fires it, and once it hits somebody, it creates this huge explosion. You see what I'm saying? So we'll wait. I don't think they'll do an English translation of that, but I'm sure once that trailer comes out, guys, expect to see these moves on display. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Let me back up. We don't want to say expect. I don't want to set faulty expectations. When the trailer drops, I speculate that we will see these particular moves on display. Okay. It's going to be very interesting, guys. Like what President Rose talked about and what me and him discussed, it is the 27th. So if what we speculated is correct, that trailer, we speculate we may be getting a trailer by next week, by next Tuesday. I think it's the 31st. No, Monday. So anytime between now and next Monday, we could be getting that official trailer for it. And now we know that official trailer doesn't normally show much. It's that other trailer that showed more. But this is super interesting, guys. We are getting very, very close. The fact that they put something like this in the weekly Shonen Jump tells you that we are right around the corner. So if we relook at that timeline, okay, and this is a speculated timeline, guys. We got this in the Shonen Jump, okay? Before the end of August, by Monday, speculating a official trailer release, okay? Then after that, V-Jump drops the 18th or the 19th. Then we get a trailer speculating before last time it came a day before the DLC release. I'm speculating anytime between that week before that V jump, before that the 29th. That's my speculated date, the 29th or the 30th of September. I was thinking it could go into early October, but with the way that this is going right now, I don't think so. I don't think we make it out of September without this DLC. Now I know Just Saying speculated the 26th. I don't speculate that date. I don't think he does anymore with that, with knowing that that's a Saturday. I'm speculating that last week of September, the 28th, 29th, or 30th. And with Kakarot, that DLC, they had the Time Machine, the free update dropped on a Wednesday or Thursday. With Xenoverse's DLC dropped on a Wednesday. Last DLC 1 dropped on a Tuesday. So I'm thinking anytime during that week, guys. It could be the 29th, it could be the 30th, heck, it could be the 28th. It could be the 1st of October, but that last week of September that leads into October, I believe that's the week that we get the DLC. The reason why I don't think we'll get it before is because they haven't even showed us who we're fighting. And I don't believe that we'll be fighting. I don't believe that we won't be fighting Frieza. I think the next scans that come out will show that. Similar to how they did with DLC 1, where they kind of just showed the Beerus's tree. And then they showed, you know, Beerus and Whis and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So, guys, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm sorry this kind of went on a little bit. There was a lot to discuss in this, and it may be significant for some, it may be insignificant for others. It is what it is, guys. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Till next time, y'all, thanks for watching. Peace.